On today's show, we're going to be talking about Alexander Isak's new deal with Real Sociedad. That means goodbye, no more Arsenal. And you know what? We're going to be talking about Manchester City trying to swoop and take Arsenal's target, Ben White. We're going to also talk about Onana and his possible destinations to Italy. We're going to get into Locatelli and his possible move to Arsenal, Granit Xhaka's possible move to the Serie A, but now to Juventus. We're going to be talking about Ruben Neves. Yes, he's back again. And we're also going to be talking about the two confirmed signings in TAVERES and none other than the man himself, Lokonga. But yes, this is on today's show, guys. Let's get ready. Bang. How you guys doing? How's everybody doing? It's the Kitty G on EGTV. And yes, people, how you guys doing today? We're going to be talking about a bunch of things. We're going to be talking about Lokonga. We're going to be talking about Locatelli. We're going to be talking about Granit Xhaka. We're going to be talking about Willian. There's been some stuff, breaking news about Willian also. But yeah, guys, do me a favor. Smash that like button. Let's get this stream over at least 100 likes. If you're watching live or watching on the playback, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think about the content. Let me know what you think about the stories. And let me know what you think about Arsenal's situation that we find ourselves in right now. But yeah, do me a favor, guys. Also, check out my Twitter. And don't forget to check out the community post in the channel's community page. But yes, so now that we've done all that, let's get straight into the Arsenal transfer news. Yes, baby. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? I need you guys to go check out my channel and subscribe if you're new. And don't forget to subscribe. Anyways, yes, so people, what are you guys saying? So today, I got Azan here. I got Buddha King. I got Muhdin. I got Corey. And I got Jonathan. Cubs. Jonathan, how you doing?
That's good.
Good to hear, Jonathan. Corey, how you been?
I'm good, bro.
Yeah, we got Muhdin. Muhdin, how you doing?
I'm good, bro. How are you all?
Yo, good. I'm good, man. Big up to the Somalis all over the world. Big up to everybody. It's Independence Day for Somalia, so yeah, Somalia no lato. And when it comes to the people over there in Canada, happy Canada Day to you guys also, right? But yeah, and there's a couple more people. There's two more other countries, but I forget which those countries are. And Gunnar King, how you doing?
Yeah, all good, man. All good. Yeah,
just and last but not least, Aslan, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm blessed, man. No complaints. How's everyone, man? Big up.
Everyone's kicking it. So yeah, so first things first, we're gonna just today we're not gonna start with the lead story like we usually do. We're gonna start with Hector Bellerin. So if you guys don't already know, the club are finding it extremely difficult to sell Hector Bellerin, right? We already know this. But the club are finding it extremely difficult to offload him. And they're not trying to offload him for cheap. They're trying to at least gauge the club. They're trying to get at least 20 million. They see him as an integral first-team player for them last season, and they think they should be able to get a certain value. They're unwilling to offload him for any amount. So that's the first story for today. Now, when you hear Arsenal are unwilling to offload Hector Bellerin for peanuts, I think that's smart. I don't think we should be letting our players go for the team. I'm hearing an echo. Can everyone just mute themselves, please? But yeah, so that's the main thing. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to you each one by one. So Aslan, when you hear Hector Bellerin is being linked away from the club every single day, but the club are not willing to offload him for a cheap price, what do you think about that?
Honestly, each day that goes by, I get more and more frustrated. He's definitely on top of that transfer list. So the sooner the club move and, you know, put his name out there and look, you know, like just accept the fact that we're not going to get big money for him. Yes, he's got 2 years on his contract, you know, but let's be realistic. 20, 25 mil, me personally, I'm biting your hand off. So the sooner we can get him out the door and then bring in a new right back will be the day that I'll be very, very happy.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the people in the chat for a second, just because I haven't said hi to the people in the chat. So big up to the people in the chat. We got Errol in the chat. We got Mary in the chat saying after one performance in 4 days, people getting too excited. I hear that. She could be talking about Granit Xhaka or Locatelli. Muhdin in the house. Big up Muhdin. Khalid saying keep up the grind, inshallah. Cam saying yo. People saying Locatelli. People saying Somali Hanolato. Big up to Sean saying, Igal, I hope you're well. I'm well, man. Abdullah saying, big up Igal, keep smashing it. Over 150 likes on this stream, hopefully. George saying, big up Somalia, Independence Day. What else we got here? We got Bellerin is crap, 10 million, awful. Big up Igal, keep it up, keep smashing with the content. Yep, my guy. Big up Rack also. We see Rowan Singh doing his thing, saying, how the F are you selling your players in this league in Europe? Fucking broken. It's not Arsenal's fault. Yep, I hear that. But yeah, let's keep it moving. So yeah, Gunnar King, how you doing?
I'm all good to go. Happy
Tell me, how much do you
Somalia
value?
Independence Day, first and foremost.
Thanks, man. How much do you price Bellerin at?
Well, I think that's good business. I think 20 million's fair enough. What people need to remember is, it's not just about form. This is, he's been a Spain international. He's got Champions League experience, so he's experienced top flight football at club and international level, Champions League, Europa League experience. Also, you've got to consider the length of years of the contract that you're buying out. He has 2 years left. And quite frankly, his age puts him, sort of in a young bracket. I think 20 million is accurate. And look, let's be honest, right? The clubs that I've seen that have got interested in him, bar Betis, well, you could even argue Betis because they've just got rid of a right back in Emerson for £9 million. Barcelona exercised a buyback clause. Inter have just won the league, got Champions League football and money that goes with that. Atletico Madrid, the same thing. Villarreal have just won the Europa League and qualified for the Champions League. They have all got cash windfalls from these situations. So they can't be coming around us with some bullshit offers. Excuse my French, but I'm happy to see Arsenal holding out because there's 4 of them. There's 4 clubs with interest. If I'd be worried if no clubs were interested, but there is clearly interest in Bellerin. This is very normal with people trying to haggle for the best price possible on both sides. We shouldn't panic. And I think 20 million on the balance of everything that I put forward is fair.
There you go. 20 million from him. Everyone in the comment section, let me know what you think, how much Hector Bellerin is worth to you, and how much do you think the club should actually sell him for? Get your prices in right now as I go to Muhdin. Muhdin, how much you selling Bellerin for?
Bro, for me, Bellerin, I want him to go, bro. Even I'll take it as a free man. But that's man. I don't. He's crap, bro. For me, him and Xhaka, I want them to go. But yes, of course, for the price, 20 million. Yeah, 20 million.
How long is left on his contract? Good Express, do you know that?
I think
it's 2 years.
And you know how much Xhaka has left on his contract?
Right, Xhaka, 3 years, is it?
Oh my
3 years,
That
something
much
like that.
years?
3 years.
I don't know, bro.
Okay,
like
what
2
do you, how
years,
much
maybe.
do you think Hector Bellerin's worth to you?
Bro, you're asking the wrong person this question, bro. Literally a bag of Skittles. The guy is shit. The guy's the definition of shit, bro. At the end of the day, though, I see what Gunnar King is trying to say in terms of there's lots of clubs interested. Let's look at context, though. Inter Milan are poor. They literally barely have any money, which is why they're trying to sell players. They just sold Hakimi, is a big example. So they don't have loads of money. So they're going to be negotiating. They're going to be haggling. Betis, who are they? Like, they're a relegation side. Honestly, they're not going to have much money either. Villarreal, they've got a lot of other options, like areas that need to be filled. They don't see right back as they've just got Juan Foyth on a permanent deal, for example, and he was decent enough at right back for them last season. So I don't think they see Bellerin as a number one target or that he's particularly needed. And then Atletico Madrid, if they don't sell Trippier, why do they need Bellerin? So at the end of the day, for me, get rid of him at whatever cost. In terms of the Champions League experience, he hasn't played in the Champions League in the last 5 years, so I don't think any team will take that into context anymore. When you look at him playing at a top flight league, he's been one of the worst right backs in that league. So again, looking at that and taking that into context, why would anybody want to pay more than they think he's worth? That's the sad reality of it. Bellerin is not good enough. And teams looking at him are going to be looking at things like this, and they're going to say, you know what? He ain't worth 20 mil. So we're not going to pay it.
How much is he worth to you? Realistically,
no more than 10 mil. No more than 10 million pounds. He's a shocking player. And look, one thing I'll quickly say as well, in terms of us saying, I like this, let's just hold on until we get a right deal. No, we should get rid of him as soon as humanly possible. The sooner we get rid of Bellerin, the sooner we can go and buy a good right back that we need. Because why would a right back like Riedel Baku or even Max Aarons say, I'm not coming to Arsenal yet. You've still got Bellerin, Chambers and Cedric. I'm not guaranteed that play time. I want at least one of those players gone. And that needs to be Bellerin. So I want him gone as soon as possible. Same as Xhaka. I don't care for what all the haggling with the money. Just get rid of them. Just get them gone as soon as possible.
Okay, I hear that. People, do me a favor. Tell me your prices. I'm seeing here, we got one guy saying 18 to 20 million, 12 million from Abdullah, 35 from Top Trends. We got another guy here, Chris, saying 20 million at least for Bellerin. We got another person here, Mo, saying 35 to 20 seems about right. Another person here is saying I'm paying 12 million for him. And then, so that's what some people are saying. Fraud FC says free on a free. Okay. But people, let me know what you guys think. We need to get you guys interactive. We got another one here saying at least 20 million. Someone saying 18 to 20 million, 13 million. Corey, before I throw it to you, people, smash that like button. Let's get at least past 35 likes. Let's keep this going. But Corey, how much you selling him for? And then next, I'm going to go to Tibbs.
Yeah, I agree with Gunnar X saying no more than 10 million. Like, for me, right back is essential in terms of buying and selling. Bellerin needs to go, and someone else needs to come in immediately because I can't go another season with Bellerin at right back starting week in, week out.
5 million, you're taking a piss. I'm sorry, Corey. How much are you pricing him?
No more than 10 mil.
Okay. Someone priced him at 5 million. And then last person on this topic, Jonathan, what do you got to say about this?
All right. For me, I think all right. For me, if it was me, I would even ship him for free. However, I believe as a club, you need to have a status in the business in the sense we as a big club cannot just go ahead and just sell players for cheap, even though Bellerin is shit. However, let's say we sell Bellerin for 10 million, as most of the guys say. That is going to give other clubs intention that Arsenal players don't have any value. You know what I mean? So that basically rubbing the market in a bad way. As much as Bellerin is not good in the fans' eyes, however, you have to make other clubs respect you. For me to believe, I believe that you have other clubs that sell shit players. For instance, an example, look on Solanke from Liverpool. When Liverpool sell him, it's like 25 million. You know what I mean? Because Liverpool set that standard, even though the player is not that good. So if we're just going to give our players for cheap, all of our other players is not going to worth nothing because other clubs are going to look at us as just, Arsenal's going to sell them for cheap anyways. So I believe that we have to stand firm, and if the player to the club is worth 25 million, we have to stand firm on that because somebody will buy it. So at least for me, we can get him for at least 20 million because if we sell cheap and done, most clubs just come to our club for our players for cheap. This is why Aston Villa is trying to bid 25-30 million for Smith Rowe because we're trying to devalue our players. So we have to look on the bright side.
Okay, so you know what?
Can I just say that's a top point? That is a top point,
bro. Man hit the nail on the head.
I disagree though. Unfortunately, I hate to break the news, but a lot of our players aren't worth a lot of money. They're all shit.
No,
a lot of our players are shit, bro. That's the end of the day. It's true.
They're worth money.
You can't.
No, but again, we have to negotiate. We have to have a better negotiation stance.
I get what he's saying, right? I agree. We can't be selling the likes of I don't know. Say we were going to sell Mari. We can't sell him for cheap money because he's a decent player. We can't sell if he was to sell, say, Smith Rowe. We can't sell him for silly money. But Bellerin is a different case. The guy is crap. He's been crap for 3 to 4 years. Teams aren't going to look at it and say, oh, they sold Bellerin for 10 mil. That means we can go and buy Saka for 20. Teams aren't stupid. Bellerin is a shit player. He is the definition of shit in every sense of the word. So teams, look, Bellerin is not a player that Betis need or Villarreal need or Atletico need. He's just a player they're looking at. So if we don't give them what they want in terms of reducing that price down, they will not buy him, and we will be stuck with him again. And that's what I'm saying. The sooner we get rid of him, the quicker we can go and look at new right backs. And that's just a fact. That's the way the club are going to look at it. Because if we don't get rid of players, we're not going to have the money, and we're not going to have the pulling power in terms of open available slots in the first team to persuade players to come here. And also remember, we're a selling club that aren't in Europe. So teams like even Betis who are in Europe are going to be saying, yeah, but we're in Europe though. So we don't want this player for 20 mil, bro. We don't have that power right now.
I know.
So at the end of the day, bro, just get rid of the guy. Look, if this is a different player, like Xhaka even, I'd say, no, we should be looking at more money. But Bellerin, he's just Bellerin, bro. Just get rid of him. Honestly, get rid of him.
It's honestly.
I mean, look,
so
I think me
it's
and
so
I don't know who it was that made that point before. Was it James? But
yeah.
I think we agree with you. But it is true. Like in a larger sense, like as I say, like recruitment is the same thing. If you know a business is a soft touch when you're negotiating, then they just get lowballed all the time.
Not when you're selling shit, bro.
My guy here says Baku is his preferred right back. Now, we all know we're going to get into a whole debate about preferred right back. I'm going to move the conversation onwards, but people in the chat, let me know what you think your preferred right back is. And everybody here, I just want you to tell me your name. Don't go into explaining why you want him. Just give me a name. So, Aslan, who would you say is your preferred right back right now?
I mean, before it was Ashraf Hakimi. I mean, I know he's more of a right wing back, but come on, he's got the ability to play both roles. But obviously, you know, the news has broke out that he's going to PSG. And then the other one was a suggestion by Gunnar Express, and I believe it was George as well, George, with this Reiss Baku at Wolfsburg. But unfortunately, there hasn't been any links to us and him, and it might be a bit out of like I don't think we'll be in for him because like he only just signed for Wolfsburg. So, but I mean, yeah, like look, there are options out there, and the people who are in the positions at boardroom level, they're getting paid well to do a job. So they need to start pursuing, or you know, the journalists need to do a little bit more work and finding out who these links are. So we definitely need to bring in the right back this summer. It's essential.
Okay. I just want a name. So who's your final name?
So Reiss Baku would be my choice.
Okay. Anybody have a different show?
I have a different shout.
Go ahead.
All right. He's not my preferred right back, but I believe he would be a good choice. Is the Olympic Lyon right back, Léa Dubois. He was in the French squad as well. I'm not sure why Deschamps didn't give him a chance at right back. But for me, he's a set-piece specialist. I watch him. I watch some of the games for Olympic Lyon. He's a set-piece specialist. So you know he always going to have good delivery. So just look him up and just see what's your thought.
This is a shout that I haven't heard before. So what is his name?
Léa Dubois, Olympic Lyon, right back. If that's the right way to pronounce.
I'm gonna look him up as we go. Gunnar Express, who are you going for? Oh yeah, I know this guy. Yeah. Okay.
My preferred would be Max Aarons because he's always fit, to be honest, and he play most games. So yeah, that would be my first choice. But if not, Léa Dubois.
Interesting. Okay. That's
I've got one as well that Curran was mentioning to me. This Henry guy, I think he's at Everton.
He's a left back.
He's a left back, is he?
Yeah. And he's only 16, so even if we were to bring him in as a starting right back, he's 16 years old.
Mubabu.
Babu, yeah. Yeah, no, Rino Baku drops him on the bench, mate.
There you go. All right. So enough about right back situation. Now we're gonna move on to the next part. The next story is quite interesting one. But you know what? It's not really a surprise. It looks like Arsenal are dropping the ball on Onana. It looks like Arsenal are dropping the ball on Onana, and we've been trying to tell the club, hey, get him. He's available. He's cheap. But the latest on Onana is that he's being touted to go to Italy. It doesn't seem like he's going to be coming to the Premier League. It doesn't seem like Arsenal have Onana as their number one option. It seemed like it was a lot of paper talk, but Inter Milan are interested in signing Onana as a free agent, right? That's one rumor that I heard. Another thing I heard is Inter Milan are even started talks with him. I've heard Inter Milan are very serious about getting him. And the rumors are that he could be going to Inter Milan sooner than later. Ajax have yet to receive any bid or any offer from Arsenal. And this is from Chris Wheatley from back June 24th. Just a couple weeks back, he said Arsenal have yet to bid anything for Onana. And yesterday, Inter Milan have made it from Fabrizio Romano himself said Inter Milan are extremely interested in Onana and they could try to get him before the end of this summer, and they're most likely trying to get him on a free transfer at the end of next summer.
Miguel, I want to ask you a question. Why are we not signing Onana?
I don't know.
I can't believe this club, to be honest. I can't believe. I don't want to see Leno against the players. I don't want to see Xhaka, Bellerin, Leno. I hate those three, to be honest.
I don't get it. And you know what? Fabrizio Romano, when he tweeted it out, it wasn't really like a surprise that another club was in for Onana. The surprising thing is nobody seems to be bidding for him now. Nobody seems to be going in for him today. Everyone seems to be just waiting and pushing everything until he starts playing again. It's almost like people want to see how he performed for Ajax. I don't think he's going to play for Ajax. What do you guys think?
Let me have a say on this. From me, I believe that why other clubs hasn't pushed yet, I believe it would be bad business in the sense that I know he's a very good goalkeeper. However, he's not going to start to train until September. He's going to be able to go into the team November. And remember that January is the African Cup of Nations. So you're basically spending all these, remember, he's a free agent. That means he's going to get a big wage. So you're basically going to miss your first choice keeper, because I don't believe he's a backup really. He's a first choice keeper if he's coming to Arsenal. So why would you spend so much money on a first choice keeper when you're not going to have him in your team? And that's the reason I believe other clubs is not looking at him, because they want persons to play right now, and he's not going to play because he's going to miss him up till November and then in January. And for me, that's bad business to me.
Okay, so I get that it's bad business. 100% agree with you. It is bad business, but at the same time, the price makes it so feasible to put him on the bench. Why is there something playing in the background? Okay, yeah. So I think I generally feel like the fact that we can get him for 7 million outweighs the bad business of him sitting on the bench for a little bit longer. It generally does. Onana, the latest thing on Onana is that Fabrizio Romano has reported that Inter Milan are interested in him. They want him. They want to get him in, but they're looking at him as an option at the end of next season. They're not looking at him as an option right now. They're willing to wait until his contract is completely up. And I think it's kind of different. It's a different approach. I think when a player is so cheap and you have an opportunity to swoop and take an opportunity on a young player like this for 9 million, he's pretty much guaranteed proven to be a great goalkeeper already. There's no risk. If we spent 2 million on Runnerson, who's nowhere near the level of Onana, we're only spending 7 million more for Onana. It makes no sense. I think we should be doing this. I get where it's not good business from the club having a player just eating up wages. But if we pay for the transfer fee, we won't have to pay him the large bonus. We won't have to pay him the large pay package because we've done a transfer for him. We haven't just given him a signing from a free agency. But yeah, Muhtin, I know your take on this, but let me hear it again. What do you think?
You say Onana. To be honest,
Yeah.
for me, first of all, we need a goalkeeper, brother. Leno is not good enough. And Onana, you say that, what is his price? His price, 7 million, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we should, at the club of like Arsenal, for him, we should get him, bro. And if we can sign him, it will be a good signing. We know that Leno is not good enough, and for me, we need a goalkeeper.
Yeah. So this is the exact report. Inter have reportedly met with Onana's agent ahead of a possible move in the summer transfer window of 2022.
Is this true, bro? Is this true?
Yeah, this is from Fabrizio Romano.
Oh, Fabrizio Romano, then it's happening, bro. Oh,
no, but look at how long before it actually happens. Yo, Aislan, people want to hear from you. What do you got to say?
Bro, look, people are saying that I've been corrupted. People are saying I'm starting to express myself in a different way. Bro, I'm patiently waiting, right? I've been told to wait. Be patient, right? 2 weeks ago, the domestic window was open in order for us to bring in players from the Prem or potentially the lower leagues, right? Today is July the 1st. The international football window has opened. Please, someone explain to me, with all the links that we've had, we've never been linked to this many players before. Why haven't we officially announced someone, anyone, in order for us to set the pace, in order for us to show, in order for the club to show us fans and to the world football community that, look, this summer we mean business. Today was that day. It hasn't happened. And again, look, I'm probably sounding like I'm raising my voice here, but again, I'm trying to stay as calm as possible, yeah. But if this is going to be a repeat of the window to last year, the one before that, the one before even that, yeah, all like the pattern that we've seen over the years. If this club continues to do this into the new decade, trust me, bro, I'm gunning for all of them. I'm gunning for all of them every single day, right? So again, I'm being patient, bro. I'm being patient, yeah? But trust me, when I let out my true feelings and my true thoughts, then you're going to know.
Can I just ask you a question?
That sounds threatening, bro.
No,
I'm not. Let me ask you a question.
It's not in a threatening manner. It's not in a threatening manner. I'm not going to get physical. I'm just going to be vocal, right? And everyone's going to understand my true thoughts and opinions on this club.
Now, Aslan, that's what I'm saying, yeah. So you'll be upset if we don't sign Onana, right?
So you're asking me, Gunarex?
Yeah.
100%.
So this is just me playing devil's advocate, right? But you don't want Tavares because he was kissing his dog, but you want Onana who was done for drugs, right? Illegal drugs that are banned in the game.
Prescription drugs, legally.
Yeah, but they're not his, and they're also illegal in terms of they're against footballing regulations. He's not allowed to use them.
Look, to my understanding, it was an honest mistake.
But that's the thing. How do we know that? I mean, he's still banned, so obviously there can't be, too much saying that he was fully innocent from it.
Look. If you're comparing,
there, bro.
Exactly. If you're comparing two actions from two different players that we've been linked to, right? Now, if you're trying to say to me that they're both equal as a mistake or wrongdoing, then, bro, I'm sorry, you've got to reevaluate what you just said there, right? Now, for me,
I know. Again, I'm not.
For me, look.
Drugs in it, so.
No, but again, Gunarex, it wasn't cocaine, it wasn't heroin.
No, but it's drugs.
This was legal prescription drugs that he took from his wife. It was his wife's medication.
Again,
right?
we don't know this though.
Well, that's what's been reported. That's what's been put out there by the sports journalists.
Again, I want Onana. I'm not trying to, call him a guilty man and that he should be arrested for. Like, I know, and I get. Look, well, I'm just playing devil's advocate because I don't get the overreaction with the Tavares thing because it's his personal life. It's just something a bit weird. But this guy got done for drugs that are against the footballing regulations. I've got him banned for 12 months because it's anti-doping. And yes, he said that it was an accident. Yes, his lawyers will say it's an accident. Yes, Ajax will say it was an accident. But he still got banned. I know it got reduced, but he's still banned, which says to me that there's some truth to it. So all I'm saying is that, like, look, personally, I don't care about either player. I'd take both. I don't care about either situation. But there's an argument there. It's like, why are we as fans or the fans that are overreacting with the Tavares thing? Why do we then want Onana, who's literally been done for drugs by the footballing regulation board?
Guna X, with respect, bro, I like you. You're my guy, yeah, and I understand you're playing devil's advocate. But bro, go and play devil's advocate with your wall in your room, bro. Please, not today. Not with me, please, brother. Please, brother. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, good express.
I'm not in the mood.
He doesn't like Tavares. We know why.
I'm not in the mood, brother. Please.
Did it. All right, moving on. Yo, Samuel's here. Samuel, what are you doing?
Bro, I'm here.
How did Spain do? How did Spain do?
What?
How did Spain do?
We're good. We're good.
Yeah, is it?
England, listen, I support England, both England and Spain. It could be coming home to both places. We don't know. But I just want to go out on Good Express, okay?
Well, Switzerland is slapping you, bro.
Go on. But listen, if Onana was caught on a video drinking alcohol, would you have an issue with it? But drinking alcohol is far worse on your body than doing that specific drug that Onana did.
But again,
would
no.
Yeah,
but would him drinking alcohol get him banned from football? No. But
guys,
him taking those drugs get him banned from football? Yes. They're getting banned from playing football, bro.
What? Listen, he forcefully came out and he said he didn't know it was banned and he didn't know he wasn't aware of it. It's not his fault.
Yo, why is your shirt unbuttoned like that? Like you're a gallus. You're trying to set
I thought he was wearing a dressing gown at first, bro.
What's going on?
Listen, bro, it's a little hot in here in London. It's a beautiful day. It's nice and hot in London, but I'm enjoying the weather, bro. I'm sitting right by the door. Listen, carry on. Let's carry on the show.
I'm just gonna cut everybody off. Let me just get one more take on this, and then we're moving on. Jonathan, you've already said your piece. Gunnar King, have you said yours on Onana?
No, not on Onana. So I kind of see both sides. Like, look, it's when you're acquiring something, there is risk mitigation to go into it. When you're looking at transfers, you're looking at 3-6 months prior, you're doing scouting missions. You're watching them in training. You're watching them play matches. He can't even train with a non-professional team. He can't train in any capacity. That's part of his ban. So as good as he was, and he was very good before the ban, you had Chelsea looking at him when they got Mendy being quoted 40-50 million and not blinking at the price. But obviously they came to the conclusion that Mendy was better because of the other players they were buying, not because they didn't want him. It would have taken up funds for them to buy other players. So look, he's a good player, and I definitely want to get him. If we don't get him and we get Aaron Ramsdale, I am fully with Aslan. Like me and him are just going to go sick, together. Yeah, but that's the worry. Like, why would you pay 24 million for Ramsdale when you could have Onana, even with the ban, for 7 or 8 million? I think you said a great point as well, where by buying him now would actually be cheaper than a free transfer, because he's not on a big wage at the moment. So if you pay the transfer fee and offer him a slightly higher wage, slightly less sign-on bonuses and other associated bonuses as a result of buying him, overall, over the lifetime of his contract, that will be cheaper than getting him for free. Plus other clubs will go in for him for free, which will cause a bidding war for his negotiation terms. And, that would inflate his total wage costs even more. So I think we should go for him now. But I think we'll wait towards the end of the window because his contract is running down. So we'll let Ajax sweat a bit over the price. Maybe that's what they're thinking. Again, I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm not saying we should be doing this, but clubs do that. When they know that a player's in the last year of the contract, they would prefer to do that closer to the end of the window, because then it seems that the selling club is exhausted of options, and it puts you in a more of a position of strength when you're negotiating.
Okay, so the next topic we're going to be talking about is Reiss Nelson. So people on Arsenal Inside Out page, come join us on the YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Now, continuing on this video, if you guys see, Fabrizio Romano tweeted another tweet, and this time he was not talking about Onana, he was not talking about Guendouzi, not talking about Sancho, because they've been doing a lot about that. Anyways, I think Sancho's a good player, and Manchester United got themselves a good player, but if he doesn't produce at least Theo Walcott's numbers, you guys better be hearing smoke. Believe it. Now, the thing about Reiss Nelson, Fabrizio Romano has reported that Reiss Nelson have been offered a contract, right, until 2024 to send him on loan immediately after, and currently his contract expires within 11 months. Reiss Nelson has not yet accepted. He's looking for he's looking for other options. So Reiss Nelson has not yet accepted it. Olympico Lyon, is it Olympico Lyon or Olympiacos? I'm sorry, in Greece are one of the 3 clubs that are interested in signing Reiss Nelson. This is from Fabrizio Romano himself. So my question to you guys is, what do you would you guys give Reiss Nelson a new contract, or would you just let him go on a free at the end of the 11 months, or is this just regular business? Nothing new here. He's going to sign a new contract, and then he's just going to end up either going on loan or being sold. What do you guys think about the whole situation?
Look, with this whole Nelson thing, right? He needs to, sign a new contract, a new long-term contract, and he needs to be like, if the club are going to make a sound decision on loaning him out, loan him out closer to home, or if not, to the Championship. Let him get the game time that he deserves. Let him grow and understand and hone his craft, right? Unfortunately, last season, there was a major block in his development because of that bloody hedge that we signed, yeah? That joke man of a baller, that fake Brazilian, right?
We're going to talk about him. Don't
All right,
worry.
cool. I won't go too much into him then. But look, he needs to be on loan in the Premier League or the Championship at a minimum. Not to no Farmers League, right? Not where if we send him out on loan to another country, people are going to say, but then we don't know if he's going to do it in the Premier League. Well, keep him closer to home and not make those stupid mistakes. Send him out to a team with a manager that's got a similar philosophy or playing style as Arsenal, that attacking type football, right? This kid, once upon a time, this kid by our coaches in the academy was hailed up over Bukayo Saka. They were telling us that he's going to be the next best big thing, right? And unfortunately, because of last year's block by the manager, right? He didn't get a fair chance in the team. So we need to, the correct move would be to give him a contract extension and then send him out on loan again for him to develop in the proper right way. And then come fast forward a year later, he needs to be given a fair chance within the team.
Okay.
That's how.
So I'm gonna dumb this down to 3 words. Everyone in the chat, let me know. Are you selling? Are you keeping? Or are you loaning him out? And when you say loan him out, that means you're going to give him an extension. When you keep him, that means you're going to give him an extension. And if you're going to sell him, that means you're going to loan him out, sell him, or just risk losing him on free at the end of 11 months. I'm going to let you go next, Gunnar King, but do me a favor, try to keep it quick, short and sweet.
Yeah, I think I would just leave it to the player. You know, he's been offered the contract. If he wants to sign it and go on loan, great. If he doesn't, sell him. But I would give him a deadline. He must let us know before, because we can't let him run down his contract. And I'll just keep it like that.
There you go. Mahdeen, Reiss Nelson, what are you doing with him?
For me, I will keep him. And as Aslan said, I agree what he said. We send him loan. Maybe Leeds, that's a good team, you know, that he can perform well there. And then when he
Big up
performs,
Kossi.
for me, I don't want to see like him. You know what happened to Gnabry. Gnabry. You know, I want him to one more season, and then if he performs well, we can bring back. Yeah. So keep him, bro.
Great point,
Yeah,
Mahmoud.
I just want to
Great
say shout out to Kossi in the chat. Kossi Arsenal podcast. If you guys don't already know, he has his own YouTube channel. Go check it out. That's my guy right there. And he's recently joined Twitter, so you can check him out on Twitter also. Right. I'm gonna go and sorry, Gunnar King, but I gotta keep the show going. Jonathan, what are you saying on Reiss Nelson? Jonathan, you there?
Reiss Nelson, I would keep him and loan him to a Premier League club. If he's not a Premier League club, I would then sell him. I believe that Reiss Nelson should maybe go if Arteta is there, because Arteta brag on Reiss Nelson so much, yet still he give WILLIAN'S so much opportunity over him. So if it's not a Premier League club you're going to loan him to, I would sell him.
Okay, so I've asked the question, and I can see a lot of people are saying loan, sell, keep. It's very mixed. It's very mixed, right? But one thing I will tell you is I need to hear from two of the guys. They might have difference of opinion here, but Gunnar Express, you've seen him play in Germany. We all seen him. We got gassed. Are you saying this is it? This is the end of the road? Sentiment FC's got to go?
Yeah, well, I never got gassed. I never saw what was actually that good about him. I mean, they were comparing him to Neymar. They were comparing him to next man. Like, this is our fan base. We hype up players that aren't good enough. Another example of that right now is Omar Rekik. Our fans are saying he should be in the first team. The guy can't even start for the under-23s. So if you're going to talk about the youth players in a nice way, watch them, learn about them, because there's so many people that talk about the youth players and everything they're saying is just purely wrong. And it ruins these players' careers because they get gassed up when they don't need to be. They get called crap when they're not crap. This happens all the time. And if you're going to talk about the youth players, just go watch them. Like, go watch some under-23 games. They're good. They're good fun. Go watch it, man. But, I mean, yeah, in terms of Reiss Nelson, he's been ruined by Arteta. I don't think he's exactly the best player in the world, but he has been ruined by Arteta. And I don't think anyone can try and argue with me. He played Willian instead of him. I don't need to say anymore.
We're going to talk about Willian in a second. Don't.
I don't need to say anymore, man. This manager... This guy who ruins youth players. He's been playing Willian instead of him. So for me, I kind of agree with what with my man said. I just don't think he should stay at Arsenal. He's not going to get game time under Arteta. He's another player that Arteta don't rate. It's quite obvious to see that. He's got no career. Sign him on a new contract. Loan him out to someone like... He ain't going to get a Premier League team. No Premier League team's going to use him properly. So loan him out to Olympiacos or someone like this. Get him some European minutes. Get his price up, sell him the season afterwards for hopefully 20 odd million pounds, because there's no point in letting him go on a free.
How old is he for
Sorry, he's worth, look, at the end of the day, yeah, real quick, he's worth at least 10 mil now. So to get rid of him on a free is silly. Get him on loan, get him a decent season under him, and then whether Arteta, depending on whether Arteta's still here, sell him off for 20 odd million pounds.
How old is he, by the way?
22, I think he is, isn't he?
22.
Is he 22 or 23?
He's young, you know. You want what happened? You see, if you see like Gnabry, you see what happened to him, brother. So for me, we have to, as Aslan said, yeah, just a Premier League club.
21, yeah.
And then maybe for me, Leeds will be a perfect Leeds.
Can I just counter with one thing very quickly?
He's 21. Just to confirm it, he's 21.
Right, I get what happened with Gnabry. It was horrible, right? But what I find with our fan base is we lambast this, like we hold on to this, like every time there's a young player, it's like we go back to Gnabry. Like newsflash, every single club loses top youngsters, right? Especially the top teams. Chelsea have got 80, 90 people in their squad, in their under 23s, under 19s, etc., whatever. Yeah. Jamal Musiala left, has gone to Bayern Munich, smashing it. Yeah. Right. Like you look at Man City, they lost Sancho. He's just gone back to United. Do you hear City fans and City players going, oh, Sancho. No, they move on. They get new players and they're better. Like, I find it excessive how our fan base does that. Yes, it happened. It was a mistake. We should have managed Gnabry's situation better. But if we keep worrying about this with every single young player and we don't decide what we do and they leave and then they leave for a free and they're good anyway, what's the point? You know, like, so I'm not using this as a case for or selling Nelson. It's more of a general point because I find it happens a lot. You know, we know it was a mistake. Big clubs make mistakes in these situations.
It's just sentiment,
yeah.
bro.
Samuel, I'm gonna go quickly on to the next topic. Is there anything that no one else has said that you wanted to say?
No, I just agree with everyone on here. Just sell. You know, I'll sell them right now. If a good, decent offer came in, 12 mil, 15 mil, I'll sell them.
Okay,
that's as much as I can get right now.
Guys, the next topic is gonna get your blood boiling. It's gonna trigger you. But let's try to be balanced with our opinions. So, WILLIAN'S move to Inter Miami has collapsed. And the reason why it's collapsed is because Inter Miami are, one, not willing to pay Arsenal anything to get him off the books. Two, WILLIAN is not going to terminate his contract in order to sanction the move himself, right? So even if Arsenal were willing to do it, Arsenal would have to pay off the remainder of WILLIAN'S contract for him to leave. Now, Arsenal does not want to pay off the remainder of his contract. Arsenal wants Inter Miami to pay off the remainder of his Arsenal contract so he can move to Inter Miami. Inter Miami don't want to do that. Subsequently, the deal has collapsed. Now, where do we go from here? WILLIAN wants to be bought out in order to move on. Arsenal don't want WILLIAN. We've made a mistake as a club. We've acknowledged the mistake that we've made, and we're trying to rectify the mistake. It seems like the only way it's going to happen is if once again we bite the bullet and we pay him off the remaining 22 million left on his contract.
Play him in the League Cup.
What do you guys think?
He's not welcome at Arsenal. I know we kind of gassed him up at the beginning, but he's not. I wouldn't say he's welcome right now. And I don't think, as a fan base, as a club, he needs to go. I'm sorry, we don't want you playing anyone near this football club. Oh, we don't want to see you in this shirt. We don't want to see. We're done with you. Please, if you know what's best for you, if you know yourself and know everything in your surroundings, go. Just go.
And you know the worst part about it? The worst part about it is, guys, forget about everything else. He is asking for too much money for Inter Miami. After he gets paid off from Arsenal, he's asking for too much for them to even pay him. So it's not going to work because they are saying his wage demands are ridiculous.
This guy come to Arsenal to open a restaurant, bro. He come to Arsenal to open a restaurant. So he has to go for me. I don't want to see him.
Guys, do me a favor, smash that like button. We're gonna talk about WILLIAN for 2 seconds. I just want everyone agrees with me. He needs to go. I'm gonna ask you straight up: are you willing to pay the 22 million that it takes to buy out the rest of his contract, or are you just waiting for a team to give us at least 10 million to recoup 1 season?
Sack Edu for making this mistake. Pay off WILLIAN using that money. Honestly, what a stupid... I'm sorry, right? I keep getting told this is just one mistake. It's just a simple mistake. It's going to cost us £22 million. How is that a simple, basic mistake? It's £22 million, bro. That is more money than what we're paying for Lokonga. So all these people saying we've got a war chest, we're going to be spending 10% of that 250 million war chest on getting rid of WILLIAN, who should never have been here in the first place. So Edu Gaspar should be sacked for that alone. If that was Chelsea, he's gone. If he's costing them 22 million quid, he's gone. That's why they win trophies. They don't mess around with crap, useless, inexperienced individuals like Edu. And this is what we've done. We've given him the job. He's gone and got WILLIAN. He's been a big admirer of him, and so has Arteta. He's not getting away with it as well. He wanted WILLIAN more than anyone else. We've now got him. We're now stuck with him. He's crap, like we all knew he would be, or at least a few of us knew he would be. And now we have to pay him off. No club's going to want to buy him. He's rubbish. He doesn't want to play for clubs. All he cares about is the money. He's shown that now. He wanted 8 million a year from Inter Miami, and they're not going to be able to afford that. So all he cares about is the money. That's why he's not going to leave Arsenal either, because he says, well, I'm earning 250k right here. And everyone's saying that we've cleared off the wage bill. They did a brilliant job getting rid of Ozil. Yeah, they did. And they went and gave Willian 250k a week to have to now pay £22 million to get rid of him. I'm sorry,
his salary is 100k a week.
His club, from the beginning, from the top to the bottom, is absolutely useless. Edu is useless, and he should be sacked for that one deal alone. If it was just a simple mistake, he's only on 50k a week, it'll take £8 million to pay him off, whatever. But it's not that. He put him on a stupidly high wage. We're now going to have to pay upwards of £20 million, which could literally, that costs a player. That's Lokonga's deal right there. That's Lokonga done. That's like what free TAVERES is. So at the end of the day, I'm not having it. Edu should be gone. That's just pathetic, man. It's so, and fans are letting him get away with it. It's just, it's just a basic mistake. It's a simple mistake. It's not.
It just goes to show you.
It just goes to show you. Inexperience.
I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. I'm here with you, guys. Do me a favor. Keep smashing that like button. Let's continue. Who have I not gone to? I'm gonna go to you, Muhdin. Muhdin, are you gonna pay the money to let him leave on a free, or are you going to just hold on to Willian? Let him see out his contract. Muhdin?
Oh, bro, you're talking to me.
Yeah.
For me, Willian has to go. I don't want him, man. He has to go.
Simple. Jonathan, same thing. You agree business-wise, it makes no sense to not try to recruit something, of course. But do you think just let him go?
I agree. The first thing I would sack Edu for real, because I don't understand.
You guys agree?
I don't understand. How can you purchase a 32-year-old not knowing what is it that they want? You know what I mean? And for me, I would just let him rot in the reserve, to be honest. I would just let him rot in the reserve. Make it go play some under 23 or something. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. I would not pay off the money. I would probably make Edu pay off the money, because he seems to be friends with Willian. So, I don't know.
By the way, Sahal just messaged me. He said he wants to sell Reiss Nelson. Guys, I'm not going to lie to you. The Willian thing pisses me off. It probably pisses off everybody. There's no point of everybody having a take on this. Gunnar King, you're going to have to go soon. So we're going to move on to the main course, okay? Anybody have anything to say on this? Aslan, I know you're going to
jump off now, actually, as well, guys.
Do you even want to say anything on Willian?
Look, Willian, just give him away for free, and to sweeten up the deal, give the his potential new club a 99p whippy ice cream with a flake on top. And if they want thousands of islands and that cherry sauce as well, let's do that as well, man. Just give them away for free. Fuck it.
Your analogies. Is it just a Turkish thing where all you Turkish people have great analogies, or is it just me? Oh my god.
What can I say, man? I'm full of surprises, innit?
Aslan probably just had ice cream.
I think that's just you, though.
Yo, you gotta go, Samuel.
No, I'm saying just you. Bro, no, I ain't going the analogies, but let's carry on.
Bro, Turks are famous with the ice creams, innit? So that's why I big up. That's why I always bring up ice cream. So
yeah, you're right. I never thought about it that way. Okay, so talking about the next one, the next story is a juicy one in the sense some of you guys don't even want to buy Ben White in the first place, but Ben White has now been linked to possible preliminary conversations in regards to a possible transfer move to Manchester City. So Manchester City have been linked to Ben White. Ben White has yet done everything, agreed personal terms, signed had the contract agreement, personal terms done, signed the agreement between Brighton, the fees have been negotiated, everything is all but done between Arsenal and Brighton, and Ben White to Arsenal is pretty much completed. But until the Euros ends, it will not be finalized. So what has Manchester City done? They're looking at getting rid of Laporte, and in order to get rid of Laporte, they want a replacement. Their possible replacement for Laporte is none other than Ben White. Manchester City have opened preliminary conversations with Ben White. We could possibly lose Ben White to Manchester City. Thoughts from everybody here? What do you guys think? Ben White to Manchester City in for Ben White to Man City. What are you guys saying? This are you guys?
If this one happens, to be honest, if this one happens, man, something big is wrong with this club, man. Because
it's not going to happen, first of all, but it is.
It can happen, bro. Man City will just put the table like money, bro, and Brighton a small club. What can they do? So for me, this club, bro, there is something huge wrong, bro. And also, the team we are having now, our centre backs are terrible. Gabriel is the best, and he was having poor season also. So if we don't sign a centre back, it will be same old, bro. Same Arsenal again. It can happen, Egal. It can happen because if this
City links were squashed by Chris Wheatley. Yeah, what I'm saying is, despite the total agreement being done between Brighton and Arsenal, Manchester City have displayed interest, which is a possibility to scoop up the deal if Man City are serious. That is what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just telling you guys the news. I'm just telling you guys what is out there. I get it that Chris Wheatley said his side of the story and said that it's not going to happen, but would anybody be happy if the Ben White deal did not go through?
Yep, absolutely. I'd be over the moon.
Interesting. Why?
He's not good enough. He's not worth the money. Look, two things. I don't agree that this is real either. Because first off, it was reported by Duncan Castles. I might as well start writing transfer reports. That guy's absolutely useless from the beginning to the end. Everything he says is just absolute waffle.
I actually liked him because his Chelsea news is quite good, so I thought his Arsenal news would be good also.
But the second thing for me is this is completely just PR from the club. They've seen that a lot of fans, including myself, don't rate him. We don't think he's worth the money. We're saying that no big team wants him, this and that. So the club have said, all right then, well, let's link him to Pep Guardiola and Man City, and that will instantly make fans say, oh, but look, he's linked to City, so he's got to be good. And I know that's true, because the minute this report came out, I've got people in the group chat, you've got people in my DMs saying, oh, see, but he's linked to Pep Guardiola, so he's good. Oh, what do you make of Pep Guardiola rating him? I don't care if Pep Guardiola rates him. I don't care. Pep Guardiola rated Claudio Bravo for a few months, so I don't care. Like, honestly, it doesn't affect me. I don't think it's real. I still think we're going to sign him. And this is why I don't think we're going to do much this season. Because we're spending £50 million on Ben White, £22 million to get rid of Willian, and we still haven't made a single signing yet. And it's now July. So, again, man, where's this false hope coming from? Please, somebody give me some of it, man.
Okay, I feel like you're not answering the question at all, but
they probably...
No, but
they probably released...
I don't want him. He's not good enough. I've been saying this every time we talk about Ben White. The guy is not good enough for Arsenal Football Club, and he's not worth the money. So I'd be happy if he goes to City, but it ain't going to happen. It's a fake pot. It's a fake pot. It's not real.
Natish, what are you going to say?
Yeah. I was going to say probably last season they put out links linking him to Liverpool, Tottenham and Chelsea just to make Arsenal fans happy as well. It's not about that. The thing is whether he fits a similar system. Both Arteta and Pep have a similar kind of system. Now, whether it is real news with respect to Manchester City or not, that is a different thing. The reason they are linking him to Pep's teams are because Arteta was with him and he tries to play the same kind of thing. But at the end of the day, the thing is... No, Brighton. If the terms were agreed with Brighton, the payment was agreed. What will Brighton get now if we have agreed a deal with them already? So if that is the case, so I don't think it is. I think it is just media talk coming in, reporters just putting out stories there to get clicks because everyone knows Arsenal fans click on anything and everything. So just put out a statement that your recent target is being linked with with Manchester City. People go there and click on it. That's about it.
Okay, people, do me a favor. I need you guys to do me a favor. Click that like button. Let's get this past 100 likes. Right now we're at 70. If we can get it to 100, that would be amazing by the end of the stream. Now, moving on to the next topic. I know everyone didn't get to speak on that topic, but I'm going to go to you, Muhdin. Muhdin, it looks like Jonathan Isak has signed a new contract with Real Sociedad, and it's official. He has signed the deal until 2026, as you can see in the image right there. They've also paid Dortmund £35 million to make sure that there's no more sell-on clause or whatever clause that they had. They paid it off, so they don't have any more clauses. They've increased his release clause over 100 million, so it's no longer feasible for us to pay a release clause. And this dream of people thinking he was going to come to Arsenal, it's over. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. He will no longer be coming to Arsenal. If we want to buy him, we'd have to pay a release clause over the amount of 100 million. If we want to negotiate with Real Sociedad, they have all the bargaining power on their side. Everything has just absolutely gone against us. And in this deal, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. He can have world-class potential. He's not coming to Arsenal because there's no way we're going to spend that type of money on a striker who's that young and yet to be fully proven. They're asking for Haaland type money now that they've signed this deal, and that's not going to happen. But yeah,
Igal, is this Jonathan Isak, the twin brother of Alexander Isak, bro?
Alexander Isak, that's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
I keep saying Jonathan Isak because I watch basketball, and Jonathan Isak is a basketball player for the Magic, Orlando Magic. Okay. Alexander Isak, you guys know what I'm saying. I misspoke. Anyways, Alexander Isak.
All good.
What do you think about Alexander Isak?
Yeah, look, I mean, I didn't. I'll be honest, I didn't know too much about him pre Euros starting. I don't really watch La Liga like that. But from what I've seen him at the Euros, like there's something about him. But unfortunately, like he hasn't been clinical or prolific enough for me to say, yeah, you know, we should actually identify him if we do move on either Oba or Laka this summer. But that being said, look, the guy is still young. He still needs to develop his craft, improve his skill set. And yeah, you know, like with this new release clause, I don't think we should be entertaining it whatsoever. Again, like we have major other positions that we need to address before we go out for a striker. So yeah, unfortunately, it is what it is.
My guy here says it was never happening in the first place. I 100% agree with you. It was never happening in the first place. But one thing it is, Arsenal fans, we get false hope and we start getting excited about players that we never were going to get a chance to sign, similar to what the title of the video with Locatelli. But yeah, we're going to get to Locatelli in a second. I'm going to go to Jonathan and Tish on this one. Jonathan, first go to you. What do you think about the whole Alexander Isak thing? Did you ever think we were going to get him?
Bro, to be honest, I'm never worried actually, because I'm tired of Arsenal fans thinking that, oh yes, Alexander Isak is a young player, so he would be an upgrade on our players. For me, I don't believe Alexander Isak is better than none of our striker because he's not proven nothing much. I watched him in the Euros. He was good, however, he got chances which he missed, and I watched some of the La Liga games. He missed a lot of chances, so he need a lot of grooming. And I believe we have young talents like Balogun. We have Balogun, and you have Martinelli, and I believe those are the talent we should build up and stop worrying and trying to buy other 21-year-old. So that's what I believe. I'm not really worried, to be honest.
I told my guy, he's got music playing in the background. You got to be careful, bro. I can get copyright striked off that. Nitish, you're the last one. I'm going to go on this Isak thing, and then I'm going to move on to the next topic. What do you got to say on Isak?
Yeah, the only way we sign him is if Real Sociedad is ready to take £1 million a year for the next 80 to 100 years. That is, we keep paying £1 million for him till the 22nd century. That's how we are going to get him if we are going to get him.
Okay,
we're not going to get him.
Enough about that topic. I don't think that was. Yo, Jonathan, just keep yourself muted, please. Okay. And then next, we're going to go to the next topic. Guys, there's been so many topics. There's been so many different articles written up the past couple of days, but this one has to be the most weirdest thing of all. Have you guys heard? Juventus are interested in Granit Xhaka. And the reason why they're interested in Granit Xhaka is if somehow they miss out on Locatelli. And who is interested in Locatelli? Arsenal. So this is a weird turn of events where Arsenal could possibly sign Locatelli, who's Juventus's target, which would subsequently mean it would trigger Juventus to try to target Granit Xhaka, it's some weird like super world where somehow we're more attractive than Juventus. It makes no sense. I don't think it's realistic. Arsenal apparently have submitted a £40 million bid as of this report in Italy, and Fabrizio Romano talking about it. And then also immediately after, what does Charles Watts do? He goes to the club, says, "Is this true?" They say, "Just tell them it's not true in case we don't get the player." And what does Charles Watts do? He comes out and says, "Here's the evidence. Arsenal have not done nothing." Fans, what do? We always knew we weren't going to get him. But realistically, the club are still interested, which he said underneath the fine print. So here's what's really happening. Juventus are monitoring Granit Xhaka's situation, showing heavy interest in the 28-year-old, right? Juventus see Granit Xhaka as an option if they lose out on Locatelli. Roma are still in front of this race as of right now. They've already signed agreements with the player, and this is where he could possibly end up. Now, this whole situation is very interesting, right? Because after Granit Xhaka's man of the match performance against France, he's opened a lot of people's eyes in his actual ability and quality and how he has been kind of let down in the Arsenal team. And some other people are also just comparing Locatelli and Granit Xhaka's playing style statistics and saying there's similarities in their statistics might be another reason why Arsenal and other clubs would be interested in Granit Xhaka. Now, I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about when I say Locatelli and Granit Xhaka are very similar. This is where they're similar. If you guys don't know, on Twitter, you can find this comparison. They compare stats, right? So in this stats comparison, you can see clearly that they're comparing Granit Xhaka's passes and all around qualities. What you can see is Granit Xhaka is the guy in the light blue, and as you can see, he has a lot of turnovers, right? Is this zooming in? As you can, okay, perfect. So I'm gonna zoom into each one. As you can see, Granit Xhaka is very bad at turning the ball over, right? But what Granit Xhaka and Locatelli are both good at are their progressive passes into a final third, and their pass efficiency. As you can see, Locatelli is a lot more balance across the board and does not lose the ball as much and turn over the ball as much as Granit Xhaka. But now, if you go down here, you can see their stats are very similar across the board. So it makes sense why Granit Xhaka and Locatelli would be a possible alternative for Juventus and the ideal replacement for Arsenal. I personally, call me whatever you want to call me, but I don't want Locatelli. I personally want someone like a Basuma to come in, but as a direct replacement, like for like, similar styles, Granit Xhaka to Locatelli is an upgrade. Granit Xhaka to Locatelli is a guy who's 28 years old, to replacing him with a 23-year-old Italian who is on the rise. Personally, if Juventus was to buy Granit Xhaka, it makes no sense. But if we were to get Locatelli, it would be a coup. That's just what I want to tell you guys. Now, guys, what do we think about the whole Granit Xhaka for Locatelli, this whole transfer rumor stuff? So Locatelli has been linked to Juventus. He's been linked to PSG. He's been linked to Arsenal. Apparently, Arsenal submitted a bid. Apparently, that bid was not true from Charles Watts. So many things going on. It's just absolute, utter chaos. And I don't know what to say. I don't know what to believe anymore. But I'm just going to start by saying this kid's a baller. And if we are actually serious about signing him, I would be surprised. I would be very surprised. I want to hear everybody's take on it. I want to hear what you think about Locatelli. Let me know. But yeah, first, Azlan, what do you think?
Locatelli, man, look, again, I didn't know too much about him prior to the Euros. look, from what I've seen of him, he does look like a very good, sound midfielder. But I just feel, look, I don't see us getting or signing an Italian player. There's not many Italian players out that play outside of the Serie A. I just feel that there's better options more closer to home. We can identify midfielders who are on par on his level in the Premier League. And yeah, like instead of wasting time, just go and get Basuma and then just move on to other signings. But you know, look, I'm not denying talent. He's a talented footballer, but I will personally go and get Basuma over Locatelli.
Okay. What about Granit Xhaka going to Juventus? Do you believe it?
Unfortunately, I don't see him being a what's his name? The new manager that the old manager Allegri. I don't see him as an Allegri signing. If anything, like hopefully it can create something where Roma can actually kick on and actually try and get this signing over the line for them, you know. So yeah, I don't think he's a Juventus type player. I think he's more suited to Roma. But yeah, but like again, we need to sell this guy ASAP.
What do you think? What do you think about the comparison that I showed you and how similar they are?
Well, you know, from that image, you know, it's clear that Locatelli is superior in that position. But and where Locatelli is obviously what I think 5, 6 years younger, so his ceiling, his potential ceiling is higher than what Granit Xhaka is. I mean, look, that's crazy. Like he's pretty much like an all-round midfielder. He has many attributes. But yeah, again, you know, if we're comparing prices, I think Basuma is a better option. It makes more sense business-wise. So yeah, just go out all out for Basuma, and then identify all the other players we need. We can't carry on this snail-paced transfer activity. We need to start moving like Usain Bolt in a 100-meter Olympic race. Do you know what I mean? We need to like just get moving, fix up, and get moving. So that's my thoughts.
I'm gonna go to you next, Dean. What do you think about Locatelli?
Bro, for me, I'd rather have Ruben Neves than Locatelli. He's too slow. He's too slow. Of course, yes. Bro, the people, they don't know Ruben Neves. I think it's because he plays for Wolves and they don't watch Wolves. And also, of course, they're not having good season. For me, Neves and Locatelli, for me, I remember when he was playing at the AC Milan, okay? Of course, Sassuolo, he's having a good season, but he's slow, bro. Not same as Xhaka, you know. Locatelli is very slow. I don't. He's a good player, but I don't want him at Arsenal.
Interesting.
People are only seeing the 2 goals he scored in the Euro.
Okay, Jonathan, what are you saying?
Firstly, I disagree in saying Locatelli is too slow. I disagree with that strongly because I watch some of the matches and he's definitely not slow. Secondly, I would choose Bissouma over Locatelli all day. And this is my biggest problem with Arsenal, and it shows the inexperience in Arsenal. Now, fans is complaining about EPL ready, EPL proven. And my biggest problem with this sign is that Juventus is Locatelli first choice, right? Now, the only the only way we can get Locatelli is unless Juventus cannot fork up the money. Now, Bissouma is a Arsenal fan. We all know he is a top player in the Premier League, proven over 2 years. Yet still, we're trying to get players that the player want to play for someone else. And we're not trying to purchase a player that actually want to come here. So I like Locatelli. If we get Locatelli, I would be good with that because I believe he's a top talent. He's young and there's areas to improve. And with a Thomas Partey and a Locatelli, I believe that could be a very good combination. But I don't like the fact that we're trying to sign a player that is not our priority. He want to go to somewhere else. Yes, still we have a Bissouma in the Premier League that want to come to Arsenal and we're not interested. So that would be my say on that.
No problem. Gunner Express? Gunner Express, you there? My God, nowhere to be found. All right. Nitish, you go ahead.
See, I think even if we sign him or not, I think this is something that favors us because all of a sudden Juventus want Granit Xhaka. So Roma will have to pay more for Granit Xhaka. Whether we sign Locatelli or not, I don't think so. I never thought even about it when yesterday the story came out from Fabrizio that the Sassuolo, I think it was the president who mentioned that Arsenal have made a bid and then Arsenal later denied it. So I think they are trying to get more money for Locatelli. And at the end of the day, Arsenal has a benefit. If Juventus is linked with Granit Xhaka, Roma has to pay more. And he's performing well for Switzerland as well. So that can mean that Arsenal can push the price tag up that we have for Granit Xhaka with Roma. I am focused on that. If no one wants Locatelli, I don't mind. If we get Locatelli, but I still want Bissouma. Like you want Bissouma, I want both. So at the end of the day, how will that happen? That will happen if we are able to sell Granit Xhaka for a better price. And we are able to sell some of our other players. So at the end of the day, the whole loop that is created in the media favors us if we are able to get maybe say 10 million, 5 to 10 million more for Granit Xhaka from Roma or Juventus, either one, whichever club we can sell him to.
Okay, I hear that. Gunner Express, do you want to go on Locatelli before we go? Is he here? Gunner Express, you there? Okay, he's not around. Enough said. Enough about that. Now we're gonna swiftly move on to our next target. This one right here, I absolutely would love it if we signed him. Now, I've spoken to some people and they've tried to change my opinion on Sabitzer to Arsenal. But for 15 million, 15! I'm sorry. Sabitzer to Arsenal just makes so much sense. He's of an age where he would come into our team and he would have enough experience to guide other youngsters around him, but he's not old enough to say he's coming for a retirement home, right? He scores goals, he gets assists, he can carry a midfield. He can also at times not do so well, but majority of the time you're going to see him doing better than worse, right? He's a guy who's going to add goals and assists to the midfield. He can get back and do some defensive contributions. Now, I've spoken to a young lady on Twitter. We were talking about Sabitzer in a space, and she was saying how Sabitzer gives her vibes of like a player who can be the best. And I was thinking, I'm like, why don't you like Sabitzer? She's like, she's watched him play and she just feels like he's average. He plays in the Austria team. She's only watched him play for Austria. And she's like, he doesn't really bring much to the team. And she's seen him miss a lot of shots, right? And we're talking about it. And I was thinking about Sabitzer and I'm like, the price for the player and the outputs is amazing. And that's why I wanted him. But the girl Z, she shout out to you, Z, but she said this herself. She's like, she questions his quality. She questions why Leipzig are not willing to keep him, why Bundesliga big teams like Dortmund or Bayern Munich are not in for him. And Gunner Express, I'm not sure if you're there, but like I'd love to get your input because you watch the Bundesliga. Sabitzer to Arsenal for 15 million. To me, it's a no-brainer. But some people are questioning now, why is he going for so cheap? Why does it look like something that's too good to be true? And I'm asking you guys, do you think it's too good to be true? Like, what's going on?
The guy is almost at the same price as Eddie Nketiah. Who the hell in their right mind would not want to take him at Arsenal? Even if he produces maybe 5 or 10 games of good games a season, very good games. I think that adds to our creativity and that gives us a lot more inputs for our strikers. We already got the strikers, we got forwards, we got attack-minded players. Now we need a creative player. Sabitzer 15 million, if that is the price tag, it's a no-brainer for Arsenal at least. We don't bother for. Yeah, sorry.
Let me tell you guys his weakness. His weakness is tackling. Based on scouting reports of his characteristics, his strengths are long shots, crossing, holding up the ball, passing, getting involved on the defensive end. When it comes to goal contributions and assists, he's a player who can get onto a purple patch, and he can also go missing for about 4 to 5 games. But even when he goes missing in those 4 to 5 games, he's still giving you minimum 6 out of 10 performances. Slightly above average performances. He never really gives you below average performances, right? You're not going to see him get red cards, but you're going to see him pick up a lot of yellows. He likes to get into a tackle and pick up his yellows. He'll take one for the team. He'll get you goals. He'll get you assists, but you don't expect him to get you a hat trick, or don't expect to get him a hat trick of assists. He's one of those guys who's just going to pop up here and there every couple games. Like, he'll get involved. I'm not saying he's an Aaron Ramsey replacement, but he's similar to the ilk of an Aaron Ramsey in my mind when it comes to midfielders that can arrive late into the box. And this is what he brings to the table. Now, everybody, am I selling you guys? Are you sold on him? Do you want him? Everyone in the chat, let me know. I'm going to put a poll. Jonathan, I'm going to throw it to you next. What do you think about Sabitzer?
Bro, I'm going to be honest. I like Sabitzer a lot. For me, Sabitzer is the type of player that I believe Arsenal need. He's kind of a dog. He have a dog mentality player. You know what I mean? He's a leader, and this is one thing Arsenal team missing: leaders. And I like the fact that we are trying to scope for leaders. Like, you have Locatelli, which is a captain. You have Sabitzer, which is a captain. So we are trying to acquire more leaders in the team. And this is something that Arsenal midfield missing, leaders, and he's a player that always wanted to take a shot on goal. You know what I mean? You have Emil Smith-Rowe. I like Emil Smith-Rowe a lot, but he never wanted to kick the ball. He always tried to look for that pass. And I believe he could be somebody that Emil Smith-Rowe look up to as a role model in trying to maybe fine print, get his game a little bit better. So I really like Sabitzer. I hope Arsenal get him as a player, because we're trying to look at too much young gun, too much like a 21 era. We need players of experience as well. 27 is very young for me as a player. And he's someone I would welcome all day.
Okay. Next, Aslan. I know we've spoken about this numerous times. What do you got to say?
Yeah, bro, I agree with you. And sorry, was it Jonathan that just spoke on pretty much everything what you identified in Sabitzer's game? Look, I definitely echo and second everything you guys have said. We need to be identifying players who are pretty much on the verge of approaching their prime, or literally in their prime, in order to come into this team or this squad and add, rather than just take part in numbers, right? We need to stop identifying teenagers and go for like mature adults, young mature adults, and all of the attributes and qualities and the skill set that you named, we need. And again, his leadership speaks for itself. So the more we can add in terms of fighters, warriors, proven leaders into this team, that's the only way we can rise up again in the league. Until we don't do that, I don't see us anywhere near the top 4 going into the next season. So I personally would welcome it all day, every day.
Yo, apparently Arsenal have just submitted a 40 million euro bid for Locatelli. This is not real, is it? What? Literally, as we're live, the Arsenal have submitted a £40 million bid for Locatelli.
Who reported it? Fabrizio.
No, it's from the Italian source. What's it called? Calamarato. How do you pronounce it? Whatever.
Yeah, that was what was in the chat some time ago as well.
Yeah. I just seen it. Anyways, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Sabitzer, absolute baller. We already know what's up with Sabitzer. 15 million. Everyone here probably wants him. Anybody don't want him?
Yeah, I'll take him. It's a good. It'd be a good midfield option. Listen, we've got a heavily shifted squad. We're getting rid of a lot of players. So obviously, it's really right that we get someone in who could contribute and contribute positively. Unlike Onana, unlike Willian, it'll be a positive contribution. If for 50 mil cheap, yeah, I'll take that.
Sorry, bro. You say you like Willian?
I said the players contribute positively, unlike players like Willian.
Okay, go on. Bro, Sabitzer for me, as that guy said, he said that, like, for example, Emil Smith-Rowe is young and is a player that you look up to. Emil Smith-Rowe doesn't shoot the ball. This season, he was not shooting the ball, and this guy, he shoots. He takes long range. So he will be a good signing, and 15 million it will be a steal for me, bro.
Yeah, in 15 million, probably you wouldn't get even James Madison's right boot. So it's better to get a player like Sabitzer, who's coming in for that price. I mean, definitely he can add something to the team. And if it doesn't work out again, it should not be too long a deal. He's 27, probably give him a 3-year deal, not more than that, and keep the wages in check as well. And if he performs, then why not extend his contract after the first year itself?
Yeah.
Yo, guys, we spoke a lot yesterday about Tavares and Lokonga, so let's not get into those guys. Isak, we already mentioned. We already mentioned everything else. There's one last thing that we have not mentioned that needs to be spoken about. Guess what, guys? You'll never guess what happened. Are you gonna guess, or you want me to just
bid for Locatelli? Is that the one?
No.
That's
guess.
Did we sign someone?
No. We didn't sign nobody.
Is there a bid for someone?
No, we didn't bid.
Lokonga.
No.
I don't know, man.
Okay. Is it something related to the screen now?
It's related to Manchester United.
Oh, Donny van de Beek.
No, the Sancho deal.
No, not Sancho.
Donny van de Beek.
CDM. News Ndidi. Is it Ndidi or?
No, not Ndidi.
Rafa Varane.
No, not Rafa Varane.
McTominay signs 5 years contract.
What?
McTominay signs 5 years contract.
No.
McTominay is not at Manchester United.
It's not
he is.
It's not
McTominay. Sorry, not my bad.
It's not Camavinga. It's not Varane. It's not Bellerin. What it is Ruben Neves is Manchester United. God. Ruben Neves is Manchester United's number one option to come into their midfield to bolster their DM position. Manchester United are looking to bolster their DM position. They're looking at Ruben Neves as a possible upgrade to their DM position, the defensive midfield position. And Ruben Neves would possibly slot right into that Manchester United starting 11. Now, Manchester United have been looking at Camavinga, which is also our Arsenal target. They are now looking at Ruben Neves, who's also an Arsenal target. And it has gone quiet from the Arsenal side when it comes to Ruben Neves. But right now, it looks like Ruben Neves is on pace to joining Manchester United in the coming weeks if a bid over the price of £35 million goes into Wolves. What do you guys think about that?
I know the answer is very simple. If Tottenham bids for him tomorrow, he's going to Spurs.
Okay. What about you, Samuel? What do you think? Is it a bad thing that we miss out on him?
No, I don't think it's that bad. As a player, I don't think he's progressed that much. Hasn't got nothing special. He's reached the top of his limits, top of his potential. Nah, I'm not sad. There's better out in the market, by the way, Ego. There's far better players in the market, so we shouldn't be sad about this.
All right, what about you, Aslan? Do you care?
Look, I'm not denying. Look, he's an all right player, right? But we've had a lot of average, okay, all right players for a number of years. I don't see any star quality or any potential to be a star quality player. Again, there's other players out there that make sense both when it comes to being financial and their skill set. And again, look, I'm just going to bang on about it again. Even before we identify players as potential targets or signings on their ability and skill set, it has to be a correct mindset with the correct attitude and character. This is the type of players we need to see. So whether that's leaders, whether that's fighters or warriors, whoever it may be, that's the type of attributes we need. Not no flipping animal lover who likes lipsing up dogs. Right? This is wrong. This is like disgusting behavior. I don't want to see this type of behavior being infected into that changing room and corrupting our young proper talent, right? So I know this guy is not it. It's about the one that we just skipped over. But again, I just have to, and I know I'm repeating myself like a broken record, but I just need to get this into people's minds that we need to stop identifying joke players. We already get bantered enough by rival fans or other fans who think they can step up to us and make fun of us. Like, we need to leave that in the past decade, not going into the new decade. So that's what I want to say.
I just wanted to say it's going to go from planting trees to obsessing with dogs now.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. From naturists to dog lovers, man. Crazy. I don't know what to say, bro. I'm speechless, man.
Listen, you do know Kieran Tierney started a foundation for dogs that get abused.
He knows where his first client will be.
Bruv, not even the top Hollywood film writers can make this stuff up, bro. Do you understand how much of a joke this is?
As I said, he knows where his first client will be.
Oh my God. I can't believe it. Anyways, enough about that, guys. Guys, we've been going for 1 hour and 30 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed that. We covered a lot of topics. Is there anything that I've left out that I forgot to mention?
Yo, Miguel, I want to talk about one thing, okay, before I jump off. I want to say, if we are not getting Bissouma, for me, I am very angry because my United are signing Ruben Neves. For me, since Santi Cazorla left, I'm not comparing Santi Cazorla and Ruben Neves. Santi Cazorla is better than Ruben Neves, of course. But we haven't get a player who controls the midfield, who dictates the ball. We haven't seen, and Ruben Neves will be perfect for us. You know, he's 25, he's 24, he's 24 years old, if I'm not wrong. And if we don't sign Bissouma, yes, I will be angry. But if we get Bissouma, I will not be angry for this signing, okay? Aslan needs to go now. Yeah, bro. So yeah, I have to say that if we don't get Bissouma, I will be very angry. But if we don't get Bissouma, I will be very angry. My United signing this signing, yeah, bro.
I don't know what to say anymore, guys. But yo, that's enough for today. Anything else for today?
No, nothing much. What I want to know is that Arsenal have
you good?
Let me finish with this, Igal. As I was on Twitter, and this is something I look at. The Locatelli thing about the Locatelli. No. if you all right, I want to see your perspective on this and others' perspective. Now, it said Locatelli preference is very clear. He wants to join Juventus. Now, as a club, and you're trying to purchase someone, and they're not interested in you, why would you buy that player? And you have a Bissouma that is there, waiting for you to call and purchase him. Now, I cannot get my head around somebody that do not want to, that, let's say, he said, your second choice, that is my choice over there. Yes, still you're trying to push up your money, trying to get that player, and the player is not interested in you. Now, let me speak on the Ruben Neves. I like Ruben Neves because I believe there's Thomas Partey can spray the ball, but I don't believe he can spray the ball as good as a Ruben Neves. I watch a lot of the Wolves game. I even download some games and watch them just to focus on Ruben Neves. And I like what Ruben Neves would bring to our side because he's a player, once he controls the ball, he's going to always look up and trying to find someone. And I like that. So that would be my say to finish up with.
Enough said, my guy. Anyways, guys, big up to every single one of you guys watching. Ruben Neves is class. Appreciate you guys watching the stream. And you know what? We're going to be back tomorrow. I think you guys really enjoy the earlier streams more than late streams. So I'm going to do more of the earlier streams. But have yourselves a wonderful day. Big up to my guy Dizzy in chat. Big up to everybody watching. Appreciate you guys and have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day. And out of here to the guys. Big up to the gang. Big up to the gang. Anyways, we're out of here, people. Peace. What's going on, everybody? I need you guys to go check out my channel and subscribe if you're new. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that button, and hit that notification bell while you're at it, ladies and gentlemen. EGTV, you already know. And if you're on your phone, it's even easier. Press that like button for me. And you know what? Subscribe while you're still here. And big up to everybody